what just happened over this past weekend, March 2nd, which was a Sunday, by the way. So unless you have been just offline or don't know what's going on, I'm sure a bunch of people have been, everybody's been posting about it. It's the talk of the town. It's going to be what everyone's talking about the next few days. I'm not going to touch on it too much. I'm going to give you guys my opinion and my ideas on it, and then I'm going to come back to what I originally, want to go over and cover on this video. But on Sunday at 10 a.m. on Sunday, which was not which which was not a coincidence at all. Donald Trump announced the US crypto reserve, and he mentions XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Then just a couple hours later, he comes back and adds to it, oh yeah, and also Bitcoin, Ethereum. I love Bitcoin, Ethereum. Now, I'm gonna give my opinions on this. I'm gonna stay strictly crypto, strictly logic. I'm not bringing any emotions or politics into this. Okay. This is grade A classic payola and market manipulation. And here's why I'm going to say here's why. Starting before Trump was even elected, he was talking about a Bitcoin reserve or a Bitcoin stockpile, Bitcoin reserve, Bitcoin. He did mention ETH before, but these new additions are totally kind of, I'm not going to say left field, but if you've been paying attention, there are people that run XRP, Solana, and Cardano, and they've been working with Trump. People run Ethereum. Nobody runs Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in its own class. So the fact that he makes this announcement and he mentions XRP, Solana, and Cardano, and then comes back like he forgot Bitcoin, Ethereum, is very it's very interesting to say the least. Also, before the day before this announcement was made, someone I think made I want to say 200 million. I don't know the amount. I'll find it the screenshot and post it. But basically what I'm saying is, guys, this is market manipulation. People knew that this was going to happen. It's almost like if we go back here to this chart, and I'm not, look, this is just my opinion. And also let me say this. Let me just get this out of the way. I'm not hating. I'm not mad. Guess what? I hold this stuff. I hold all of this. I hold all of everything he mentioned. I hold it, and it's up. I'm not mad about that. I'm not trying to rain on anyone's parade. I know a lot of people who've been holding these assets for a long time are happy that this announcement is being made, and they're excited. I'm not trying to step on that. I just want you guys to look at it from a different perspective. Like, yes, the prices are going up, but most of them are actually coming back down. But I'm not even going to get really into that right this second. What I want you guys to think and realize is this: not much has really changed. Not much has changed. If you look at what's happened over the past few months, right? And I mentioned this before the election, and not on this channel because we just recently started, but with on my other platforms and people that I've been talking to before the election, I was telling people, hey, it's about to get crazy. It's going to be a lot of stuff happening. Let's kind of just recap. November 4th, what happened on this day? The election was finished or was done. Trump got elected. Trump won the election. We were here. We went between November, the whole month, the whole last part of November. There was a lot of gains. Since that point, since around this date around here, we peaked out about 3.6, close to $3.7 trillion. Since then, it's pretty much been sideways until February this past week, and then we kind of gave half of those gains back. Here's what I want you all to think about and to take into consideration long term. And I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again. Until we break about $4 trillion and confirm above, meaning we go past 4 trillion, come back, touch it, and then keep going, nothing really has changed, you all. They can announce and you can say and you can look at whatever you want to look at. We've still been just kind of going sideways. But here's what's interesting to me. It seems like every time when the market really gets kind of beat down, we have these announcements and things that come out. And what I'm starting to see is each all these things that are happening, it's like it's almost like they're trying to keep the price above a certain point, and then when the announcements happen, the whole market reacts, Stuff goes up and then it slowly goes back down. Let me pull up a chart so I can kind of give you more of an idea of what I'm talking about here. I've said this before to people, and if you know how to read charts or follow charts, it kind of makes sense. What happens is the market takes an elevator up. It might go up really fast and then takes the stairs down. Y'all see that? It goes up quick, but then it goes down slowly. So what happens is each time that it gets kind of low, then they announce something and then everybody reacts. So we were all the way down here just last week, just on Friday. And a lot of people were wondering, is it over? What happened? Is a bull run canceled? And then just this one announcement, and we've popped kind of back up. Now, here's what I want you all to notice and realize. Notice as soon as we about broke over this about 3 trillion, we started to fade back down. Again, what's happening here is we're just seeing all of these different swings, but in the long term, unless you bought back here, unless you bought back in like November, you really haven't been seeing too much. It's just a lot of sideways action. Look at the numbers down here. We're up about 50. So if you bought 6 months ago, you're up almost 50%. Congratulations. But if you bought the past month or the past week or the past day, you're not up. It's really nothing has happened. So why am I saying this? Am I trying to be a bear, trying to be a downer, or right? I'm not trying to do that. I just want you guys to be realistic and understand what's going on. These swings really don't matter. What you should be doing right now, you shouldn't be trying to focus on these swings or chase these gains. What you should be doing is just continuing to build positions in these top assets. All right, just like I said in the past video where I talked about what to do when the market goes down. Just 2, 3 days ago, before this announcement was made, and we were down here I'm sorry, right here, February 26, 27, 28. The fear and greed index was where? Oh, I should probably just click on it, huh? That would help. Okay, let's go 30 days. Yeah. So just here, just a few days ago, we were in like extreme fear in the red zone. Like, is it over? Type videos, questions. Everyone's coming out saying all this stuff. Now everything's great again, and we're going back to the moon. Guys, this you cannot let these announcements and these swings distract you from the long term goal and building positions. All right. This was I don't really I'm trying not to put my personal thoughts into this too much. I just don't have a good feeling about this because here's another stance for people who are wondering because I know it's a lot of people who are just looking at this and they're super excited and they're wondering like how could you feel any way but great about this? I don't feel great about this because what is the purpose of this announcement? It's like this was not to do anything but to pump the markets because if let's say if we are doing a strategic reserve and we're going to buy these assets, why would you announce it so that it could be so that people can buy it or it can be front run and then now the prices are higher? Why not just do it and then announce it afterwards? I don't know. Does that make sense to anyone else? Or let me know. Somebody comment, let me know. Am I tripping? Am I just being too skeptical like this? But it's kind of weird. But it's not surprising because like I said, he's been meeting with all these people. And I'm not saying that they paid him to say this. I'm not saying that, but hey, that's how stuff works. Now, if we pay attention to and look at the fact that this news this news was announced and the markets are the gains are already being given back. Think about that. So when this was announced, we were at 3 trillion, we're already kind of back down. So what does that tell you again? There are some people who are just playing that announcement. They bought before or right when it was announced, and slowly they'll be kind of selling stuff off this week. So you can't get distracted by this. That's basically what I'm saying. Long term, this is good. I feel like long term is good for crypto. This was a tweet from Altcoin Daily where they listed out all these people: SEC chair, Treasury secretary, the House, the Senate, all these people are that are in power, whether you like them or not. Again, this is not politics aside, emotions aside. Whether you like these people or not, they're crypto, they're pro crypto. So long term, yes, this is going to be good. But if you look still over here on the month, most of the market, most of the stuff is down. Now we got a lot of stuff that got some pumps off the news and stuff that may continue to pump, but I mean, even on the daily, most stuff is down. So what am I getting at? What's the point of what am I trying to say? If that news, this news right here, that was delivered when the market was kind of on the edge. uh, well, let me go back. The market was all the way down here. This news was announced. It brought us straight up, but now it's slowly fading back. It couldn't even pass through. It couldn't even go past the current resistance. For people who understand how to look at charts, look at this. You see this resistance? It broke through here briefly, but it didn't confirm. It never stayed. If I just go to let's do it, look at it hourly. Um, okay. This is not good, you guys. Let's look at Bitcoin in particular. You see that? That I didn't put that line here. I didn't put that line there. I put this yellow line. I put this line here, probably somewhere right in here. Notice how it's just been dancing between it, and then now we drop, just like I said, I showed you guys before. Bitcoin dropped all the way. Oh man, it went sub 80. See, I didn't even see that at first. So yeah, we went sub 80. This announcement comes out. We shoot straight back up to 95 and get rejected once again. This is not pretty. This is not good. And there's a lot of people who are going to jump online and celebrate and say, "Oh my gosh, this is we made it. Bitcoin reserve." Guys, this is not happening right now. When you get into crypto, one of the main things that you have to understand in crypto and just really with investing, period, when things are announced, most announcements are not they're not they're just announcements. That's it. They're just someone saying something's going to happen or someone wanting something. It's not saying that it's done. In order for this to happen, there's a lot more steps that have to be things that have to be done and steps and checks that have things that have to be checked off. I think we're far from this. And the market is realizing it because it's giving those gains back. All right. If we go back up here, let's look at the altcoin. This is others. Total market cap excluding top 10 and stable coins. Same thing. It didn't break through this past resistance level. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna plug in and put in kind of throw in some important stuff that I covered in a video that I recorded on Friday. But just stay vigilant, you guys. Stay safe. I don't feel good about what's happening right now. I'm not gonna say it's a trap, but I kind of feel like it's a trap. I kind of feel like they're trying to trap people and get them sucked in and get them excited because they know we could potentially continue to go sideways. If I could draw a line on this chart, I would put a line right here and see this was the last big move. So notice if it doesn't go back over, if we don't get back over 3 trillion and close over 3 trillion this week, we are in serious trouble. We're in trouble. If we don't get back over here, basically, if we don't get back over this point this week, we're probably coming back to the low twos. I'm just throwing it out there now. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I'm just saying it's a high possibility. If we don't close over $3 trillion, because if that news, think about this, you guys. If the news of the U.S. president announcing a strategic crypto reserve, if that doesn't carry and hold us over $3 trillion, what will? We're here to educate you and to help guide you through this market, guide you through all of this mania, this volatility, this euphoria, everything that's happening. We're here to help. So, quick plug for our Patreon, Masondogg Academy of Technologies. We got people joining. The bronze tier is still here, still $14.99. I don't know when it's going up, but it has to be soon because it's a lot of value that we're providing and things given. Speaking of going up, we have just reached and breached 204 subscribers on the channel. Yes, so shout out to all of the subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Shout out to the whole Masondogg Academy of Technology, all the other content creators. And it's more on the way. It's more on the way. We're still just getting started. So we have to acknowledge that and appreciate that.